you and more than 200 people today.
I'm excited that you made it with us, and it'll we'll have some people joining us in a few minutes. So how's everything going for you in this strange time?
Actually, you know, I'm so busy. I'm so busy and I'm so healthy. I'm very happy. Uh, I'm really and very high energy.
That's great. And I got to be on a call with you about a week ago, and I was just so impressed. Well, I can't say I was impressed because I know this about you, that you're an amazing legend in bodywork. But I was so surprised. I mean, you had people from all over the world that got on a Zoom meeting to hear you speak, and it was such a beautiful, beautiful speech. You were talking a little bit about touch and how we can still practice touch now. Do you mind talking just for a minute about that?
Absolutely. It's my honor to talk about, these all the topics. First of all, I want to introduce myself, if you don't mind,
Did I?
because because many people don't know me yet. They may hear, but my name is Ohashi, and this is my name. And yes, and I live in the very, very small town, 200 kilometers away, 163 miles away from New York City. And name of the town, actually village, very small village, is we call Kinderhook. Kinderhook. So I want to say, everybody, say hello to you. That I'm okay. Okay, as long as I'm here in Ohashi's in Kinderhook, and Ohashi's Kinderhook is I'm okay. Okay, so please remember, okay came from here. Because Ohashi moved in Kinderhook, everybody call okay. And English is changed into okay because I moved here, Kinderhook, and Ohashi's Kinderhook. But anyway, what I'm going to say to you is I'm okay, I'm more than okay. And this is what I want to encourage people. Well, it's a very difficult time of the history. Really, oh boy. And do you remember that January this year speech of the states? Donald Trump, president, said, "We are the best of the economy, in the lowest unemployment, and the highest stock market, because I did it," he said. Well, guess what? Within 1 month and a half, everything upside down. Highest unemployment, lowest stock market, and lowest oil price. Who expect that? And who? I'm not blaming Donald Trump. Yeah, but wow. Then how many massage therapists is now making line to get unemployment insurance? Because I keep calling all my students and friends who register as a massage therapist, and very sincerely hardworking people. Then suddenly, out of blues, unemployed. So they have to live in a very different style, different ways. But fortunately, and sometimes unfortunately, I have a experience of these situations. And I'm 75 years old this year. So, it's so funny to see, I am 75, but I'm very healthy, very active, lots of future, lots of projects I have to really hurry up to accomplish. And sometimes, I have a lot of experience to share with you because majority of you is much younger than me. And then unfortunately, and sometimes fortunately, you never have a experience as I did it. So I am responsible to encourage you to share sharing my experience. First of all, I was born 1944, June 11th, Hiroshima, Japan. As you know, June 11th, 1944, is still during the wars. And then when I was 1 year old, atomic bomb drops in Hiroshima. Very fortunately, we are away, about 50 miles away from Hiroshima. But unfortunately, our town was also bombed. Our town, which is not so big one, August 8th, 1945, our town, which I was born, was bombed. Entire city is burned. Okay. Fortunately, we are in the mountains and we escaped. Self-contained, and we are in the mountain for 1 month. Then when we came back, our house is burned. And so we had a hard time. And then when I was 2 years old, cholera prevailed in the town. And so many young children, young babies perished, killed, dead. I was dying because of cholera. Very difficult is that the dehydration. You have a constant dehydration, which means diarrhea. And then we didn't have any hospital, no doctors, no medicines. So my parents took me to the acupuncture, moksha, shiatsu therapist, and then he put a big moksha on my conception vessel 4, okay, and 6. That means on the tummy, below the navel. Then brother 23, if you're studying meridians and tsubo, please remember, brother 23, kidney U points. I still have a huge moksha scar on my conception 4 and 6 and brother 23. Then I survived. It's a miracle. And so this is my first so-called survival from the disaster. Then we have starvations, terrible starvation, until I was about 9 or 10 years old, and we didn't have any food. And we barely survived. Fortunately, some of our neighbors, have a small gardens, and and we have a chicken running in our gardens. So then I still remember that I ate that frog. If frog is a main protein, then you know what I ate it? Locust. Locust. It's very interesting. You catch the locust, keep in the jar for 24 hours, then poo-poo. Okay, then saute and ginger and soy sauce. That was my proteins. So locust was my protein. But anyway, I'm a survivor from this so-called, starvations. And I have a very strange habit to the food. And I still very, very traumatized with a starvation experience. Fortunately, this experience make me very, very sincere and serious and humble to other peoples, and not only food, but other peoples who brings the food to me, which means the people who pay to me for my treatment, because they are bringing food. Then I have a starvation experience. So these attitudes still traumatized. But anyway, I have many disasters and many experience of the bankruptcies, and of course, big success, and then suddenly big disasters and bankruptcy, then big success, and
You know what, Mike? Can I maybe invite one of my favorite stories?
Yes.
I love the story about when you got your blood pressure done,
Yes.
and how, a lot of times now we expect an exact answer. Like we want to fix it right away in this way. And so they take your blood pressure, and then you get an answer, and everyone thinks that's the answer. But I love the way you tell the story about you getting your blood pressure done. Do you
You
remember that story?
Yes, and then you were talking about the woman who took my blood pressure, my nurse. Okay, well, that's is I have a many experience of that. You see, Oriental medicine is looking for the cause, and not the symptoms. And then most important Oriental medicines, unasked questions. We don't ask any questions, and they don't ask any questions. I mean, doctors. But we are always taking diagnosis, such as the blood pressures, for example. When you acknowledge that the doctor or nurse is taking blood pressures, you prepare. And then unfortunately, this influence the pressure of your blood. This always happen. What I'm going to say to you is, I loved Western doctors, and I go regularly, at least 3 times a year, so-called regular check. The other day I went to my regular routine blood pressure test. Then this time that my doctor changes a nurse, and such a sexy, big, breast, and then chewing gum, and then lots of perfumes, and this, and then she said, "Ohashi, let me take your blood pressure. Take your jacket off, honey." Ohashi, she called me. That got so, hot and brothers, actually. Then she asked me to pull up my tent, and then bang, he hit my tent, pom 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 pom, you know. Then doctor later came over. Then he checks that the map, and then, how come, Ohashi, today your blood pressure so high, 167? Your regular one's 132. So. Then I said, doctor, that's very unfair because you change your nurse. So what I'm going to say to you is Oriental medicines is make, when you're diagnosing people, okay, make unnoticed, okay? But Western medicines noticed diagnosis. You know who is taking, why they are taking diagnosis, and so this is what I'm going to say to everybody. When you're giving a treatment, unnoticed diagnosis, okay, that's is you have to do that. Why? Because when unaware of, they will show to you cause. Okay, Oriental medicines is treating cause. Western medicine is treating symptoms. You know. So this is what I want to share with you. You know, yes, of course, when I come to Philadelphia and this coming September, we discuss all the issues. And, you know, Oriental medicine is so fascinating these ways. But I have a lot of experience of this one.
And that's why I have, one of the things that I love about you, Ohashi, is that you do share your experience. And by you sharing your experience, it's easier for me to understand and remember cause, you know, that the cause of the symptom, it varies, you know, and going in unnoticed and not being predictable. It's just so good. I'm so
Thank
excited.
You.
So that yeah. brings us to some very exciting news. This is like a lifelong, it's like a lifelong dream to have you live in Philadelphia. So everybody that's watching or sees this video, you have to understand that this is a once in a lifetime opportunity. In 1996, I first saw Ohashi's book, Oriental Diagnosis, and I studied it, and I just found so much truth in it that the human body is basically a map. And if we observe the human body, we can learn so much about a person before they even talk. And then when they talk, we can learn even more. And it was just so fascinating. And I hustled up to New York City in the late 90s. I had no money. I got on the train from Philadelphia, stayed in a hotel, and there he was, Ohashi. And ever since then, I've just kind of been following him and watching him for 50 years.
My goodness.
Years building across the world. It's so cool.
Yeah.
So we're lucky enough, we're going to have you in Philadelphia, and you're going to be doing 2 classes, the Ohashi method for professional bodywork therapist, which is going to be exciting. Is there anything you want to talk about a little bit about that class and what you'll be bringing to us?
You know, timing is very important. And why we are suffering this coronavirus very strange way, why we are, you know, unemployed, you know, why we are so nervous, and many people has fears. Fear brings depressions. When you learn something, one very important issue is the time, you know.
Yes.
Time is actually, it's a fate. And, you know, you see, if you are very successful and very busy, you don't have a time to come to see Ohashi. Sure, you know, but when you are unemployed, then you are stuck, then Ohashi is coming. What a wonderful timing, you know. So anyway, yes, I'm very, very excited coming. And then what I'm going to teach you is nothing but my own experience. Okay. I'm teaching from my experience. And then I want to share my experience. Then, yes, this is what I learned. This is what I, understand, and this is what I experience. Therefore, I can share this one as my experience to use. That's where I would conduct this class. Yeah.
I love one of my favorite sayings is time takes time. And there's just something that in a teacher that nothing but time can bring. And you've definitely given us your time and given this business your time. So we're really excited. And one of the other things that really drew me to you was a lot of people, when they do pregnancy massage, are almost seem a little stand backish and afraid. Not Ohashi. Not Ohashi, not the Ohashi method when it comes to pregnancy. So that's another gift. I don't know if you want to say anything about that, but my experience with you and pregnancy massage is much different than anything I've ever experienced.
My teaching is that I want to share my experience, but actually it's really teacher, it's your clients. Okay, in your work, especially this touch work, and also very personalized human service, like doctors, lawyers, and massage therapists. It's a human service, and so clients make you what you are today, So especially these pregnancy issues, no matter how many books you read it, actually you have to really have experience. And then I may share my experience with you. Then finally, your clients make you therapist to be. Okay? And clients make you as you are today now. So after you study and after you took this course, and then please expand your experience, then promote yourself. And that's the reason why I'm coming to, to share my experience. Yeah, I am no teacher. I'm an introducer of my experience, and I am encouraging you. Yes, I want you to be more dignified, and you are proud of what you're doing. And that is my main purpose of the work.
I'm going to squeeze one more thing out of you. Yes. Is another thing that I learned from you and has helped me grow my business now to staffing 13 massage therapists, and over thousands and thousands of clients have come. We've won 6 awards. It's been really cool. And one of the things that you taught me was that not to get upset, that the most difficult clients are the ones that will teach us the most on how to be a great therapist.
Absolutely. The reason why they're so naughty, nasty, and very cranky, and may I say, bitchy. The reason why is very simple. They want to come back. They want to come back, and they want you to be better to accommodate her request. That's the reason why it's so nasty, especially New York people. You know why? New York is very interesting because their time 1 hour is very expensive for them to come to take a treatment. So they want to get the treatment. It's worth of their 1 hour, because when he is making a $2,000 1 hour as a lawyer, he want to make sure that he is getting enough money. Well, and not only so, but also my treatment is very expensive. I'm most expensive guy in this field. So these people very honest, very sincere, because they want to come back. So please respect the people who are so nasty. They will come back, and these people, once they come back, next 20 years.
It's so true.
So true. So true. You have many people like this way, and you have experience of that. The people, the first treatment, flattering, unconditional. Oh, I never seen such a beautiful hands. You have a special healing power. Oh yes, you are so good. No wonder you are famous. Why? Because they don't want to come back. Why they don't spend? They flatter me because they don't want to offend Ohashis. That's a human psychology. Oh, this is a famous Ohashi. I don't want to offend him, but I don't want to come back. Simply flatters. And so very, very interesting, isn't it?
It's so true.
Yeah. One more important issue I give to you. If you want to have a good success business in this field, don't have 1,000 new clients comes only once. Okay. Get the one clients who come back 1,000 times. Absolutely, you'll be successful. If you have 1,000 clients comes only once, absolutely you go bankrupt. And this is very interesting. So the people who needs 1,000 people they have to spend a lot of money for advertisement, which is very expensive, and they have to explain. And usually average is half an hour explain to get 1 hour treatment. So, but anyway, this is my advice to you. Okay, but anyway, a couple other stuff I want to give to you. The clients who are leaving the room after treatment, if they clean up a little bit, say folding the towels or put the pillows or making a room a little bit neater, they will come back. Okay. The client who's thrown away all that seeds and then messy, usually don't come back. And so choose very carefully who are leaving neat. And then call them within 3 days. Hi, Mrs. Smith, this is Ohashi. How are you? Then they will make a next appointment. But anyway,
so much good stuff. This is why you have to come to Philadelphia. If you're in New York, New Jersey, if you're in California, do not miss this opportunity. He's going to be with us September 12th and 13th and the 14th. There's going to be one class that's 2 days long and one class, the pregnancy class, that's 1 day long. And I am going to post all the information. Hopefully Ohashi will maybe even come back once before the class. But it is something, hands down, the person who has most helped me build my practice to 13 massage therapists and all the success, hands down, was by listening to this man, Ohashi, and just really letting what he was saying sink in. And why did I do that? Because he has 50 years experience. He was teaching before there were teachers, and I love him.
Oh, thank you so much. Yes, right.
come to Philadelphia and see Ohashi.
Yes.
Don't miss your chance. And
Good.
Ohashi, I'm so thankful that you were able to join me again, and I can't wait for you to come visit. And if you'd hang tight 1 minute, is there anything you'd like to leave us with before we go off the internet?
This is a terrible time of the history, and this is the worst time for you, but this is the best time for you to prepare for better time, which is coming definitely soon. Unfortunately, we don't know when. Okay? But this is the absolutely best time for you to reinvest your education, your studying, your health, your business. This is a great time for reinvest again. Big future, big business is coming back to you. Only to the people who prepare to grab it.
Yes. Thank you, Ohashi. If you would hang.
Thank you so much.
Everybody, you got to come in September. Do not miss this opportunity. Don't just trust me. Do not miss it. Ohashi, hang tight, and everybody, I'll see you again soon.